All right, everyone. Welcome to Gamefragger's third webisode. I'm your host, The Killa. My name's Taylor, and I'm here with Matthew Lieb. Is that how you say your last name?
Actually, there's an L at the end, Liebl.
Liebl.
But I actually go,
Okay.
I go with the sites by Matt is for real. So
We're here to talk about a little game called Fortnite. What is the current state of the game, and how has Epic attempted to change the meta without losing the core of what makes Fortnite, of course, different from all the other games out
okay.
there? Nice.
But in terms of the game itself, one of the big focuses this year, or this season, I should say, has been kind of the end game of the match. You know, you're playing when you get down to like maybe the last couple players left, and a way to avoid it becoming kind of stale or boring. What they were doing is people were building giant towers and then having a snipe fest, or if it would get too close, it would become a shotgun fest, and their whole idea was it would become a build fest, and then whoever was best with shotguns. And that's boring to watch. First of all, you don't want everything to be the same. You want to change it up. So they want variety. That was one of the big focuses this year, or this season, how they could kind of change that meta without taking away what makes Fortnite special, which is the building. And this season, I think they're toying with it. You know, they recently nerfed the strength of walls, which players weren't crazy about that. They're like, oh, they're changing everything. So they actually just buffed them again today. They've introduced new close range weapons like the compact SMG, which was incredibly overpowered at first.
Yeah,
And,
that's.
oh,
No, I know that one.
I mean, I enjoyed it for the day where it was like insanely overpowered. And there was one game where I got it and I killed like an entire team by myself, and that's just ridiculous.
Wow.
Like, I'm not a great player. I shouldn't be able to do that. So they're introducing all these weapons, but I think the biggest change this season has been with the storm itself, and that's that towards the end. I think it's like the level 7, 8, the level 7 and 8 storms. They can actually shift outside of the zone and into the storm, so it kind of like you have to follow and stick with it as opposed to just camping in a building. Yeah, that's been the
Okay.
biggest change, and that to me has made someone like me, who I'm not really great at building, so I appreciate their willingness to kind of give somebody like me a chance to win, because I'm not the best builder. These changes have kind of opened it up to different play styles. You know, they've implemented more explosive devices. They have the guided missile. They have the remote explosives, which also got nerfed because those were overpowered. So they're just doing a lot to kind of change the meta in a way where it's fair to everybody, in a way where it makes the competitive play more exciting and not repetitive, because ultimately I assume they're trying to turn it into an esport, and you can't do that if every game's the same. I'm not a bad player. I'm just not as good as building as other people, but maybe I excel at another thing. Like maybe I do excel at sort of playing this mid-range game where I can outshoot somebody. So I don't think it necessarily knocks people down to earth. It just kind of opens it up to alternate styles.
More along those lines, it probably evens the playing field just a little bit more.
Yeah, and
forces you to play with all styles instead of just what you're good at.
Yeah, 100%. I've noticed that this season I'm actually winning a lot more. And granted, it's because I've improved, but I think a lot of it has to do with these changes. And I think the internet a lot of times overreacts to the changes that they make. I mean, it was a bad idea to release the compact SMG alongside nerfing walls, but they're learning their experience, or they're experimenting as they go. And I think they're headed in a good direction.
Well, there you have it, everyone. Stay tuned to Gamefragger.com for all the latest news, trailers, rumors, and more. And if you like the video, hit the subscribe button and the bell to stay tuned to all of Gamefragger's latest videos.